I'm ready. Believe that. You hear me. First off, roll tide full of pride. I repeat, roll tide full of pride. The portal is on and kicking. The portal is on and kicking. Bama has made some moves in the portal. Would you call it big time splashes as far as players they have signed? Some may say yes, some may say no. But at the end of the day, though, they're continuing to make moves. And at the end of the day, we have more players coming in, more intel of players possibly coming in. I'm going to get into the article in a minute, break down some surprise visitors, some surprise signings, maybe, baby. I believe they recently signed a safety from Mercer. I believe Carmelo O'Neal. So that could be a positive right there, even though the secondary on the defense is probably Alabama's strong point on the defense. But at the end of the day, you can never have enough depth, especially enough talent at positions. So we're going to break it all down and get into it. But let's just calm it down and see how this portal pans out. I understand how the portal is very upsetting to fans, how it is damn near ruining college football. Like I said in the previous video, go check it out, right? You can really no longer build a team, build a true roster and stick to it. Why? Because every year players can leave, players can go here, go there, right? Players can change their minds. It needs to be something in the contract. Players should have to sign a contract instead of just being able to pack their bags and get up and go for show. Nothing wrong with players getting paid. Nobody's against that. Nobody's opposing that. All I'm saying and what a lot of people are saying in the college football world, right? Right. And it's not just because I'm a Bama fan or because we're Bama fans as one. No, it's the principle of things. It's the truth about things. Let's not get carried away with this whole portal situation. That's why I said give Kalen DeBoer a little bit of slack. Let him build his team. Let him build his roster. Understand what he's going up against. Nick Saban was definitely a true legend. What he done and what he did at Bama will not be replicated, right? Right. But at the end of the day, Nick Saban had it way more easier as far as building a team, being able to recruit players, let alone sit on players for 2, 3, 4 years even. So let's understand what DeBoer is up against. Now, some things have just been piss poor. The Indiana performance, piss poor, heavy. But let's see how year 3 pans out. Boom. Give him some time. Give him some time and watch Bama shine. Let's get into this article, man. A lot going on right now. We know Cam Coleman has came, entered, and been in the building. Will he sign? We will see, right? Yeah. But let's just break it down, man. So first up, Bama signs. Alabama adds Mercer transfer cornerback Carmelo O'Neal. Great news for Bama, right? Right. Let's get into it. Alabama has added Mercer transfer defensive back Carmelo O'Neal out of the transfer portal for the 2026 season. On3's Pete Nakos reported he entered the portal on December 17th and visited Alabama on January 8th. O'Neal's recruitment in the portal quickly gained traction as he was offered by UCLA, LSU, and Auburn, among others, before visiting Alabama. And by the way, he has great size. I broke down the profile on him about a couple of days ago. You hear me? So go check him out. Heavy, roll tide full of pride, right? Right. An Atlanta native, O'Neal has spent the past 2 seasons playing for Mercer. This past year, the 6'4" cornerback totaled 36 tackles and 10 pass breakups. I love his size. 6'4", you can't coach that. What are certain things you can't coach in the game of football? Size and speed. I repeat, size and speed. Let's get it. He appeared in 11 games as a true freshman in 24, making 3 starts and posting 18 tackles with 2 pass breakups. He has 2 years of eligibility remaining and joins an Alabama cornerback room set to return 2 starters in Xavier Brown, a dog, and Dejon Lee, a dog, while also adding 5-star freshman Jordan Edmonds. Between Lee, Edmonds, and now O'Neal, Alabama now has 3 cornerbacks on its roster that measure at least 6'3". Expect this secondary to be very elite for Bama. I repeat, expect this secondary, right, to be very elite for Bama, point blank, period, huh? Yeah, you know, roll tide once again. Alabama's cornerback unit for 2006 has seen minimal turnover compared to other positions on the roster this offseason. The Crimson Tide will lose Damani Jackson, not mad about it. Call him Mr. Miss Tackling, Miss Tackle Machine. After exhausting his eligibility, and Cam Coleman is the only player from the unit to enter the transfer portal so far. And we all know Cam Coleman is a dog. Like I said, I spoke about Cam Calhoun before. I believe he's a real dog on that field. Should have got more opportunities. I love his aggressiveness, his physicality, right? His demeanor and the energy he brung to the table. But it is what it is, part of the game, bro. Period. And that's pretty much it for for Bama. Let's get back to more business and more news. Alabama lands All-American record-setting punter via the transfer portal as well, right? Right. Shout out Adam Watford. Adam Alabama added a potentially critical piece for the 2026 season on Friday. After extending an offer to former North Alabama punter Adam Watford on Monday evening, the FCS standout brings an elite leg to Tuscaloosa and immediate experience at a position of need. And as we know, special teams, your punters, your kickers are very important, right? You watch the NFL kickers and punters, how they can flip the field, change of field position is very important, dog. No cap. A Dothan native, Watford earned second team All-American honors after averaging 46.6 yards per punt during his junior season. He recorded 3 punts of 70 plus yards and set FCS records for both single season 21 and career 36 punts of 50 yards or more. So you talk about a weapon as far as flipping the field, very important once again in the game of football, right? Right. Watford was also named first team All-America, All United Athletic Conference, and earned Conference Specialist of the Year honors. He finished the season with 18 punts down inside the 20-yard line. He's an animal. He's a real dog. Watford also announced recent offers from Bowling Green, Coastal Carolina, Liberty, and Old Dominion. He has 1 year of eligibility remaining. He took an unofficial visit with the Crimson Tide on Thursday. Alabama currently has one returning scholarship punter in redshirt freshman Alex Aspruhoff following the departure of Blake Dude, who exhausted his eligibility. Dude transferred to Alabama from Colorado School of Mines last December. Let's get it, bro. For real. Let's check out this vid from, give me 1 second, huh? Yeah, let's check out this highlight video from Watford.
Albert and return to the end zone. It's fourth down for the Lions, and this one's booted away by Watford. A booming kick. Raiders in inside the 10, and it hangs out. And it
Hold on, let's bring it back.
Albert and return to the end zone. It's
bring it back,
down
man. Heavy,
for
yeah.
the Lions, and this one's booted away by Watford. A
Wow.
booming kick. Raiders in inside the 10, and it hangs out.
What a great punt. Like I tell you, punters are important. Kickers are important. No cap. Roll Tide.
Out at the 1. Oh, it is a sliding try. They're going to down it at the 1 yard line. Boy, was that risky from the special teams unit, but they get the job done. One of the best punts you'll ever see. Adam Watford continues his prowess as one of the best kickers in the UAC.
And that's what Bama needs, bro. Period. We got another one here. Let's check it out, man. Why not?
It's a really cool moment, Ben, as we mentioned too. There's some different
Come here.
In the last season. Up to you.
Come here.
A booming punt right there.
Wow, man. Dude has a real leg, man. Early.
From Adam Watford. Look at that roll nearly to the 10. And a highlight for North Alabama.
Dude's leg is crazy, man. For real. So two solid signings for Alabama, if you ask me personally. The secondary, you pretty much solidify that with this move. It will be a great competition, right? A great battle. And we already know the Alabama secondary is packed and stacked. Then you bring in a punter who's a real weapon. We also got more Alabama news, though, as well. Got some surprising visits for Bama. Certain players coming in maybe unexpectedly. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right, let me know in the comments, fire them comments up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well. But I believe Alabama may have gotten some surprise visitors coming in heavy. Give me 1 second, man. Find this article right quick. Boom. Hold on. Here we go, man. Boom. The portal is a long process. It is a long, drawn-out process. So we got to give it time. I know everybody's pissed off. Oh, Bama lost these players. Bama lost those players. But let's get it, man. Let me share this screen right quick. 1 minute. Like I said, Bama has gotten some surprise visitors, man. Let's get it, bro. Weekend portal intel, surprise visitors in town. The latest with Alabama, with Cam Coleman after Alabama visit. Let's get it, man. The news never stops as the transfer portal continues to shift by the hour. Alabama is seeking positive momentum after learning that one of its top commitments has opted to take another visit this weekend. And we know the whole Hollywood Smothers situation. Like I say, the transfer portal, this move is really capped. Some say that he is back in Tuscaloosa, so hopefully it's just some chatter, bro, for real. But this is the way of college football, is it right? No. But hopefully Hollywood Smothers remains in Alabama. The Crimson Tide at the same time is hosting the top wide receiver in the portal while also re-engaging with several former targets. Below is the latest on Alabama's push on the transfer portal front. Saturday night update, a transfer wide receiver was confirmed as a visitor for the Crimson Tide. Former NC State wide receiver Noah Rogers, 6'2", 193 pounds, redshirt junior, was in Tuscaloosa on Saturday through Sunday. Alabama currently has 5 receivers on its returning roster. He has 68 receptions for 919 yards and 3 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons with the Wolfpack. Auburn, Florida, Georgia, and Penn State have also been involved. What we know after Cam Coleman's visit, the former Auburn wide receiver arrived in Tuscaloosa on Friday afternoon for his official visit with the Crimson Tide. Multiple sources told BOL that Coleman had a great visit. That's a great positive as well, bro. Let's get it. But it's unknown which way he is leaning. Alabama made his pitch, which he ultimately decides after taking visits to Texas, Texas A&M, and Texas Tech. Will likely happen in the coming days. Tim Watts shared some additional notes on Saturday afternoon regarding the #1 player in the On3 transfer portal rankings. Saturday commitment, as we all know, I spoke on it previously. Mercer DB, Carmelo O'Neal, 6'4", 200-pound corner. I love the size. Like I say, I love the damn size. Saturday morning, former NC State running back Hollywood Smothers committed to Alabama earlier this week, but the first-team All-ACC standout did not sign his paperwork, and it is, as of Friday afternoon, slated to visit Texas on Saturday. The development was far from expected. The Longhorns were hit hard by running back departures in the portal. They signed Arizona State transfer Raleek Brown on Thursday. So Texas are pretty desperate to get a running back in their building. And not only that, but a real good running back. Right. Brown had been scheduled to visit the Crimson Tide on Tuesday, but with Smothers announcing his decision, those visits plans changed. He committed to Texas a few days later. Smothers and Brown rank among the top 4 running backs in the On3 transfer portal rankings. Does UA still have a shot with Brown, even after signing with UT, if Smothers flips? BOL publisher Tim Watts shared more insight on Friday evening. And this is the thing about the portal, man. You never know what can happen. Once again, the players have too much power right now. Too much power. If you're going to treat college football like NFL, might as well call it semi-pro, but put something in the contract and let's change these portal rules. Heavy. Alabama snagged a preferred walk-on commitment from former Jacksonville State tight end Jackson Shuttlesworth. And people may say, oh, small school, this and that. If he fits the bill, if he fits the scheme, bro, it is what it is. Former LSU interior O-line DJ Chester and former Mercer cornerback Carmelo O'Neal completed their official visits with Alabama on Friday evening. And we know O'Neal is already signed. What else to know? Alabama is in heavy contact with the former 25 class target, Kentucky D lineman transfer, Javion Campbell. We know the trenches are needed. The trenches are needed. Heavy. Both sides of the ball. Boom. Campbell informed BOL that he is speaking with the coaching staff regarding a visit. The two sides have been in communication since Campbell entered the portal. He took an official visit to Alabama in the summer of 24 before committing to his home state school. Campbell took a red shirt as a freshman in Lexington. He has only played football for 3 years total. Former basketball star. Alabama considers Campbell 6'5", 270, a bandit in its defensive front. Dude is big, 6'5", 270, and I assume he can really move and groove. Roll Tide full of pride, baby. Let's get it. Let's win. Yeah. Got some more news. Keep it going. With the recent news on Haywood, it appears Alabama has pumped the brakes with Mississippi State transfer Jimothy Lewis. Lewis is likely to commit this weekend. UA was the expected destination, as predicted by Rivals national reporter Chad Simmons, but he will likely choose Cal. Wow, he chooses Cal. Hey, all right, bet. Boom. We want players who want to be here at the end of the day, right? Right. Come on now. Alabama was scheduled to host UT Rio Grande Valley wide receiver Tony Diaz on Saturday. The Texas native San Marcos committed to Iowa after becoming one of the Hawkeyes' top priorities on Friday afternoon. Diaz will no longer be taking an OV with the Tide. That Guapino, that money, that federale. That's all that was. Iowa paid him more. Guapino, machismo, linguine, fettuccine, baby. You hear me? It is what it is. A few tight ends emerged on Friday. The Crimson Tide extended an offer to Thatcher Miller, West Chester College in PA, and will host Evan Chesia, New Haven College in Connecticut on Sunday. Alabama recently signed Oklahoma State tight end Josh Ford. Cheka is coming off an official visit with Kentucky. Alabama isn't looking for major impact players or starters, but is pursuing additional depth pieces. It will likely try to add one of the two, if not someone else to go with Ford. Offers for Cheka and Miller are possibly PWO awaiting confirmation. We already know about Wofford here, heavy. And that's pretty much it, dog. The rest of the news we already know about. It's really no longer news. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. So the portal is going and ticking and kicking. You know what it is, bro. Fire them comments up. Let me know how you feel. The situation that Bama is in. Here we go, man. Hopefully we can have a big time splash real soon. Big Skull here. Roll Tide full of pride forever. Roll Tide.